manufacture transformers, and that is why AC systems are preferred.
Okay. And what is the difference between generator and alternator?
Generator and alternator. Alternator is a part of, AC generators are alternators. I mean, synchronous generators are also referred to as alternators. Generator can be DC as well as AC. Alternator refers to an AC generator. In industrial systems, we mostly have AC generators. These are alternators.
Okay. So, what is entropy? Have you heard about this?
Yes, sir. Entropy refers to parameter that measures the disorderness of a system. I mean, entropy is increasing. That is what I have heard.
And what is Zeroth law of thermodynamics?
Zeroth law of thermodynamics. Actually, I can't recall at this moment, sir.
Okay. Have you heard about diode?
Here are diodes I've heard.
What is diode?
Diode is a semiconductor device. It is a p-n junction. I mean, it conducts from one side to other. Reverse flow. I mean, it is positive biased. I mean, from P to N, the flow of electrons is permissible. From N to P, and from the negative side to positive side, the flow is not permitted.
What is p-n junction?
P-n junction is a semiconductor layer is referred to as P, and in semiconducting layers, junctions make up the diode. These are P-n layers referred.
Okay. How does transformer work?
So transformer works as a it converts the magnetic flux into electrical energy. There is, I mean, as we energize a transformer, a magnetizing current flows, which magnetizes the core, and then electrical energy is transferred from primary side to the secondary side through this magnetized core.
Okay. What is difference between electromagnetic wave and a sound wave?
Electromagnetic wave travels at the speed of light. Sound waves are slower. I mean, it requires a medium. Electromagnetic waves don't require a medium, as far as I remember.
Okay. What is the speed of light?
Speed of light is 3 to 10 to the power 8 meters per second.
And what is speed of sound?
Sound is very less. I think it is somewhere 800 to 1000 meters per second. I'm not sure, sir. I'm guessing.
Okay. Do you drink?
No, sir, I don't drink.
You have done engineering and you are saying you don't drink. Are you sure about that?
Yes, sir, I'm sure of that.
Do you lie or not?
Only if I am extremely, I mean, if there is no other option, only in those cases I have to lie.
What do you think? Honesty is the best policy?
Yes, sir, honesty is the best policy. That's what I think. I mean, it is to be followed in general.
I mean, have you get benefit from honesty? Can you give some example in your life?
Honesty. I can't recall at this moment, sir.
All right. I have a question for you. Suppose there is a bottle of beer.
Okay.
And the volume is 600 ml.
Okay.
Now, first I take the bottle and drink half of the volume.
Okay.
I will pass it to you. You take half of the remaining volume.
Okay.
You drink half of the remaining volume and you pass it to me. Again, I drink half of the remaining volume and pass it to you. Theoretically, this process will go infinite times. But roughly tell me how much I have consumed and how much you have taken. The volume, initial volume is 600 ml.
This will be a geometric progression and need some calculation to be done.
Alright.
I mean, it is get halved at every moment. With a
Yeah, yeah.
ratio of half, we can do an infinite GP.
Okay. Okay. So, do you read newspaper?
Yes, sir.
Which newspaper?
Currently, I'm reading the Hindu.
So, what do you find difference between Hindu and Times of India?
Times of India, I find, is more commercial type. Focuses little on commercial, like entertainment news more in Times of India. Hindu is more political and business oriented news is more.
Have you read about budget?
Yes, sir, I have read about budget.
Can you tell me some features of the new budget?
So the new budget is mainly focused on the rural sector and the infrastructure sector. There has been more allocations to the rural sector, about 84% increase in the rural infrastructure allocations. Also, there has been 90% increase in electrification in rural sector. Also, there has been allocation to provide free LPG connections to the BPL population. Uh, Apart from this, there has been steps taken to ensure crop insurance and Fasal Bima Yojana. These have been prioritized. Make in India has also been incentivized. These were major points in this budget. The
Any
fiscal deficit has also been made. Future next year target has been set at 3.5%, and this year's target of 3.9% has been met.
any changes in defense budget?
Defense allocation, there is an FDI inflow to defense sector has been increased to 49% automatic route. That I read.
Who is our finance minister?
Arun Jaitley.
And railway?
Railway Suresh Prabhu.
Who is CM of Haryana?
ML Khattar.
Can you name the governor of Haryana?
Governor of Haryana. No, sir, I don't know that.
Okay, what is fiscal deficit?
Fiscal deficit is the difference between the revenue income of the government and the planned expenditure that the government is planning. I mean, fiscal deficit means that the expenditure the government planning is more than the revenue inflow of the government.
What is the current price of oil in international market?
Current price of oil
Yeah.
is around $33 per barrel. Brent crude is trading at 33.
Why oil prices are falling?
There has been a great increase in oil reserves through technologies in the US. Also, there has been a global slowdown in demand. Due to this oversupply and less demand, oil supplies are at a high. Also, OPEC countries have decided not to cut the oil flow. Due to this oversupply, there has been a decrease in oil prices.
Okay. How does ISIS impact on oil prices?
Could you repeat? How does?
Have you heard about ISIS?
Yes, sir. I have heard about ISIS.
What is it?
Islamic is an Islamic group, terrorist group in Syria and Iran. Syria and Iraq.
Okay, and who is heading the ISIS?
Hitting the ISIS. Sorry, sir, I don't remember.
I want to ask how ISIS is impacting oil prices.
Okay, sir, ISIS have, they have got hold of some moises in Iraq and Syria. Also, there has been they are going against the Saudi government as well. Although Syria government also against their kind of terrorist activities, the economy is not stable out there.
Okay. Who are contesting the US president election?
Presidential elections from Republican side, there is Donald Trump and Ted Cruz leading right now. Also, Democrats, it is Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders who is leading.
What is inflation?
inflation is an oversupply of money in market. I mean, more inflation leads to more prices, more money in the hand of people, more demand. Uh, this refers to inflation.
So how oil prices impact inflation?
Oil prices have a direct impact on the inflation. I mean, oil directly affects the prices of most goods, wholesale, I mean, daily consumable goods like vegetables, and but the increase in the prices increases transportation and other commodity prices get increased. I mean, that is why inflation also increases if oil prices increases.
Who is the leader of opposition in Lok Sabha?
Leader of opposition is Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi. Congress is the opposition, and
Congress is the party.
leader of opposition,
Who is Lok Sabha speaker?
looks Sumitra Mahajan, Lok Sabha speaker.
Are you sure?
Uh, Slightly guessing, sir.
And who is Rajya Sabha speaker?
Amit Ansari is the speaker. I'm not sure, sir.
Okay. What is the Make in India all about?
Make in India refers to the initiative of the government to encourage foreign companies to come to India and set up manufacturing hubs to generate employment. Currently, Indian population has a vast young population. India needs to generate employment out. Uh, a million jobs need to be added for the next 7 to 8 years per month. Due to this, employment generation, India needs to set up manufacturing industries in India. It is an initiative by the government to encourage foreign companies to come in India and set up manufacturing industries.
And Digital India, have you heard about that?
Yes, sir. Digital India is an initiative by the government to empower Indians digitally. I mean, make them more technically more viable, provide internet services to more people, and provide e-governance to, make the system more transparent. Provide internet to more people, and that is it, sir.
Suppose you are made PM for one day, then what one thing you will do to change the environment in India, which will impact India?
One thing I would like to make, I would like to rationalize the reservation system in India. Reservation system in India. I mean, there is a lot of debate going on the reservations in Haryana. I think India, in 60 years after independence, reservation system India needs to be looked into. Uh, I would like to make some reforms in the reservation system.
Okay, fine. What do you think your biggest achievement till date?
Biggest achievement while I was in class 10, before my class 10 board, I suffered a setback. Actually, I was wrongly diagnosed, and I had to stay out of studies for about 3 months. Due to this, I was, very, uh, I mean, I could not compete with my peers. Gradually, due to, I kept on working and persevering. Gradually I made it to the top list. That I think is a great achievement on my part.
You have scored 93% marks despite of falling ill.
Yeah, I was out for 3 months. I was city topper.
And what is about your bad experience or worst experience of life, or you can say that a failure? Have you faced any kind of failure in your life?
Yes, sir. I have faced a failure during my placement process in my engineering college. I was among the top three people in my department, but I was rejected back to back in 2 3 companies, maybe because I was underprepared for the interviews. That I think is a big failure on my part.
So what you have learned from that experience?
I learned that I need to prepare. I need to, work hard on my weak areas, like the HR questions. I was not prepared for the interview. I went into the interview looking into technical questions only. So I looked at the weak areas. I worked on them and gradually cracked the interview.
Okay. So you got IOCL.
No, actually, I got ISL through an off-campus offer. I was placed in another company through campus business.
Okay. So you have gone through all India retail exam and all that.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me what you do at IOCL.
At IOCL, when I joined IOCL, I worked with electrical testing section. I looked at 36 substations and led a group of 10 technicians to troubleshoot problems in electrical protection and control circuits in my refinery. Currently, I look after TPS operations, thermal power system operations, external operations in Panipat Refinery.
What is electrical protection system?
Uh, the distribution system in any refinery requires a protection system to protect the electrical circuits in case of a failure, in case of faults. There needs to be a protection system to protect the capital equipments, the motors and feeds. These are electrical protection systems.
So you are working at Panipat or Mathura?
No, I'm working at Panipat.
Okay, so Panipat has a refinery, right? So
India's biggest refinery.
what is the output of the refinery?
Output of the refinery is 15 million metric tons of processed crude.
Okay, and where it gets raw material?
The raw materials, 80%, 85% crude comes from Middle East and outside India. 15% crude comes from India itself.
And what is the output of IOCL?
Output of IOCL is around 60 to 65 million metric tons.
And what is the output of Reliance refinery?
Reliance refinery is just a little less, about 55 to 60 metric tons.
Okay. So what is the revenue of IOCL?
Revenue of IOCL is 4 lakh crore rupees. As per 1415 data is 4 lakh crore rupees.
Which managing director of IOCL?
Chairman of IOCL is BF. Director of Refineries is engineer.
Okay. So you are looking after electrical maintenance at IOCL.
No, initially for the initial 2.5 years, I looked after electrical maintenance. Currently, I am looking after gas turbine operations.
You have talked about some parameter optimization and improvement in efficiency.
Right.
So can you give me some example?
Yes, see, gas turbine operation requires to be operated with optimized parameters, plant parameters, like there is lube oil header temperature, there is hydraulic oil pressure, there is inlet air temperature. There are numerous parameters. All these need to be kept at desired levels for the machine to operate smoothly. Efficiency, the inlet air temperature has a great impact on the efficiency of gas turbines. We have installed evaporative coolers in gas turbines to reduce the inlet air temperature. This leads to an increase in efficiency and increase in megawatt output. We get an efficient megawatt output of about 2 megawatts by providing evaporative coolers. This I think is a great initiative on our part.
So at IOCL we generate electric power?
Yes, we generate about 230 megawatt power at IOCL.
At Panipat?
Yes.
Okay. So how does you have talked about turbine? How does turbine function?
Steam turbines function. Steam turbines have got numerous stages. They take in steam and they rotate the turbines. I look at gas turbines. Gas turbines require gas. I mean, they take in fuel. We have RLNG, regasified liquefied natural gas, which is taken in and it is going to produce gas which rotates the turbine. There is a three-stage turbine which is rotated. This is coupled to a generator shaft. This rotates the shaft and the alternator rotates. This creates electricity and is generally distributed.
Okay. So what is your day-to-day job responsibility at IOCL?
Currently, my job responsibility includes looking at the smooth operations of gas turbines, optimizing the parameters and improving efficiency of gas turbines. And I have to guide a team of 4 technicians. I also look after substation operations, switch 132 kV switchyard. Also, we have connections from Haryana State Power look after operations.
Okay. So now you want to switch to MBA.
Yes, I'm looking to move into managerial roles in the engineering sectors. That is why I'm looking to it.
But you seems technically very sound and you have cleared gate also. So why don't you go for MTech rather than doing MBA?
Uh, yes, MTech is MTech. I have not thought about this. After graduating, I have thought about MTech, but currently my goals are to move up and get a greater holistic picture. I don't want to be restricted to the electrical sector only. I want to, get bigger picture view of the operations of a company. Not the electrical sector, but the whole operation of a company is what I want to study. Get a bigger role.
What is your career goal? Short term and
My
I mean
career goal is to move into a senior management role to lead the business vertical and take decisions to improve the performance of my company.
but I mean you can stay with IOCL and further down the line you will be promoted to senior positions.
Yes, that is true, but I would be, restricted only by electrical sector only. If I stay at IOCL, I would be moving up to the hierarchy, but only in the electrical sector. I want to get a greater perspective in the operation of an organization, like those are strategic moves to improve the performance of the organization, like project management. Apart from electrical sector, not just the electrical part, but also a greater operations of the organization. That is why I look to move into management.
Okay. So do you think you have some kind of managerial skills?
Yes, sir. I have been managing technicians. I have developed man management skills. I have led a group of technicians at IOCL. This, I think, managerial role that I have been doing.
From which other colleges you have received review calls?
I have interview calls from Bangalore, Indore, Lucknow, Kozhikode, Shillong.
Okay. So okay. And what is your current CTC?
My current CTC is about 15 lakh per annum.
So you are earning very well. So don't you think 2 years will be wasted because after MBA maybe chances are there you will get placed at the same salary.
Yes, that is true, but I am not looking at just the salary point of view. I am looking at the education long-term gain that I'll get through an MBA program. It might be that the salary gain might not be substantial, but the education and the long-term growth perspectives after an MBA would be much more. That is my thing.
What do you think about MBA? I mean, what is MBA from your point of view?
And MBA actually uh, focuses on the general management skills, the managerial communications and operational functions like strategy and finance and HR. All perspectives are dealt with theoretically as well as from case study perspectives. Give more knowledge to a candidate to deal with day-to-day situations.
So I mean, you want to leave technical aspects and want to move in management. That's why you want to join MBA.
So I don't want to leave the technical part. I am going to take the technical part along with me as well as add through with managerial roles. I want to stay in the engineering sector but with a managerial perspective. I want to be a manager at an engineering organization in the future. Provide with strategic roles, strategic planning and general management roles in engineering sectors.
That means you want to move in decision making roles
Yes.
like strategy or or general management.
Correct.
Okay, so which is your favorite company after IOCL? If you do MBA, after MBA, which company you want to join?
Currently, I'm open to many companies. I am not focusing on any company as such, but I am open to Reliance Industries, SR Adani Group, all general companies that grew from Alliance. Also, I'm open to strategic consulting concerns as well. They also have energy consulting domains.
Okay, so you have worked with the PSU, and it would be it comfortable for you to move from PSU to a corporate or private entity because work cultures are very different in PSU and in corporates.
I don't think there will be much of a difference here because Panipat, out of all refineries, there's more of a private like culture. The workload and the work performance of other people here is more at par with private as well. So a lot of people joining from private concerns have said this to me that they have faced. I mean, the workload is quite high at Panipat as well.
Tell me why you are fit for MBA?
Currently, I think that I have got a good experience, good amount of ground level, field level experience. I have got a management skill as well as a good academic record. I think that I would be a suitable candidate for any MBA program to go into because I would add a diversity factor because of my work experience as well as my good academic knowledge and skill sets that I bring into.
Okay, give me one reason so that we should reject your candidature.
You could reject my candidature if you could find better candidates, I mean better skill sets. You have a requirement where you could get candidates with much better skill sets. Only then you could reject me from that.
Okay, fine. So, do you have any question for me?
Sir, what is the, I mean, prospects of people with higher work experience part out of IIMs? And is it a par or is it no pressures?
Depends upon the company requirement. For example, if some consulting firm comes and they want to recruit for while for like Accenture or McKinsey Bain, so they prefer some kind of work experience. Otherwise, freshers are welcome with companies like finance, banking sector. They want to they want some fresher talent because I think you have worked from 2005 years. Hello?
Yes, yes.
You will be having 5 years of work experience, right?
4.5.
Yeah. So for you, for people like you moving into new vertical like banking or marketing, it will be difficult, but not impossible, but it will be difficult. So for people like you, the fields like consulting, operation, some companies comes for general management like Aditya Birla and Punj Lloyd and Tata. They come for general management and they prefer people with work experience and consulting. So that those are the areas you can you can perform well in those kind of sectors and with those kind of companies. We are not we are not a placement agency, although we conduct placement and companies come with their own rules and regulation. So if you are fit according to their recruitment rules, they will recruit you.
Okay.
Any other question?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so let us end the interview session. And overall interview was good. You have a good communication skill. You are confident. Uh, when you
Hello?
are hello, can you hear me? Hello,
Hello?
can you hear me? Hello.